Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the PopSockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Welcome to the Bitcoin Bulletin, where we dive into the latest news and trends shaping the world of cryptocurrency. On April 3, 2025, Wall Street faced its steepest decline since the COVID pandemic, with the S&P 500 plummeting 4.8% and the Nasdaq tumbling 6%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average took a hit too, falling 4%. But amidst this chaos, one asset stood out for its relative stability: Bitcoin. The recent announcement by President Trump of a sweeping set of new tariffs sent shockwaves through the market, sparking fears of a prolonged trade war and rising inflation. Even gold, traditionally considered a safe haven, was affected, tumbling after the news. Small-cap stocks suffered the most, with the Russell 2000 down 6.6%. However, Bitcoin remained surprisingly stable, initially falling 5%, but quickly rebounding to hold at around $81K, before climbing to over $83K the following day. This resilience is no coincidence, as mounting skepticism over the long-term viability of the US dollar has been growing. Larry Fink, CEO of BlackRock, recently expressed concerns in his 2025 annual chairman's letter to investors that America's rising debt could threaten its role as the world's reserve currency. In fact, the U.S. national debt has grown 3 times the pace of GDP, and interest payments on that debt will exceed $952 billion this year alone. Fink warned that if the U.S. doesn't get its debt under control, America risks losing its position to digital assets like Bitcoin. This sentiment is shared by many investors who are looking for alternatives to traditional currencies and see Bitcoin as a potential hedge against economic instability. But what's behind Bitcoin's enduring appeal? One key factor is its fixed supply cap of 21 million coins. Unlike government-issued currencies subject to inflationary pressures, this scarcity position makes Bitcoin an attractive store of value and strong hedge against currency debasement. As Tuur Demeester, a prominent Bitcoin investor and economist, put it, as the global economy starts to repair decades of resource misallocation, savers increasingly seek refuge in liquid, scarce safe haven assets. Stocks will decouple from Bitcoin. In other words, investors are turning to Bitcoin as an opt-out button, a way to secure financial sovereignty amidst chaos. The Bitcoin Bulletin thinks this trend is telling. With over 93% of its total supply already in circulation, and the final coins being released at an increasingly slower pace due to programmed halvings every 4 years, Bitcoin's value proposition is becoming harder to ignore. As Morgan Rochard, author and financial advisor, noted, Bitcoin isn't a stock pick, it's an opt-out button. And that's exactly what investors are seeking in uncertain times: a reliable financial alternative that's not beholden to centralized monetary systems. The Bitcoin Bulletin will continue to monitor this developing story and bring you updates on the latest developments in the world of cryptocurrency. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next bulletin.